Well, here we are. Another one of these videos. This one is not as painful to make, only if the Pistons actually had a really good season. They got 60 wins in the regular season, including 7 in the playoffs, which comes out to 67 wins. Got the top seed in the East, finally won the division, finally won a playoff series, and took Cleveland, their arch nemesis in every fucking sport, except for hockey, because they don't have hockey, and the Browns suck in football, so I guess there's that. So I guess just their arch nemesis in basketball and baseball. They took them to 7 games. But to me, and so you look at that, right, as a good season, right? They had a great time and did a lot, and there's still a lot of potential for this team to grow. Some moves that they can make now that they've really seen what they can do. But the problem for me is that this was the same fucking problem they had last year, and they did nothing to address it. And don't even tell me that Duncan Robinson was the answer. Yes, Duncan Robinson was impactful in the playoff run. Yes, he was able to do something. I don't think he was a terrible pickup. But do you really think he was better than Dennis Schroeder? Do you really think he was better than Malik Beasley? No. Especially on the defensive end. Duncan Robinson is a terrible defender. And he doesn't even make that many threes. For the player that he should be, at least. The same problem was last year, that there was no backup scorer to Cade Cunningham. And he's like, oh, that was Duran. Duran was the guy this year. Duran had all those great games. Yeah, what did fucking do in the playoffs? I want Duran gone. Duran had a playoffs last year to where he could get the jitters out, get the nerves out, and really show what he was meant to be. This massive athletic guy that can bully people in the paint. But that's not what he fucking did. Instead, he got bullied in the paint. Both in the series against the Magic and against Cleveland. Duran got embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed in the paint. He kept getting pushed over, beaten, dunked on. He got postered by a fucking guard. Unacceptable. I get he's only 22. But he had a playoffs to figure this shit out. In fact, I think he was better last year in the playoffs than he was this year. Especially in comparison to how his regular season was. You need a better example of how soft players play in the regular season? Look at Duran's stats in the regular season versus the playoffs. Now, you can blame it on Duran, but it's not like pretty much anybody else showed up for the most part. Yeah, Tobias Harris was great. Tobias Harris showed up, especially in that Orlando series, was awesome. And to start this Cleveland series. Then he couldn't make a bucket in the last 3 games when it mattered most. Fucking everybody else fucking shat the bed too, except Karis LeVert. Fucking Karis LeVert, of all fucking people. Not shit in the bed, actually coming up big. Dennis Jenkins, terrible first round. Kind of popped off in the second round. Then had some shitty games when it mattered most. How about fucking Isaiah Stewart? Had such a great round. And then it was clear from the get-go with the Cleveland series that Isaiah Stewart does not match up well with Cleveland. So it's not like we have another big that we could throw in when Duran is in foul trouble and when Duran stinks, which is every fucking game. His name is B-Ball Paul, and fucking JB Bickerstaff, this is your fucking fault. What the fuck did you have against B-Ball Paul to not put him in? And this motherfucker would come in the game in fucking garbage time most times and go 16 points in like 5 minutes of action. And what would happen next game? It's more of the same shit. Duran starts, looks like ass, comes out of the game late in the first quarter when we're already down 10, comes in, Isaiah Stewart gets cooked even more, and then when we're down 30, B-Ball Paul comes in and makes it a somewhat close game. What the fuck? Because you not even like try to put Paul Reed in, and the one time you did put Paul Reed in earlier than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, which was game 6 of this series, the Pistons win convincingly. Oh, go fucking figure. I was watching the same thing on repeat, game after game after game after game. And then we talk about Kincaid. I don't even know if I should call him Kincaid anymore. I mean, Cade Cunningham put his team on his back in that Orlando series and carried them to victory, which is exactly what we love to see out of him. That's what a superstar does. But in the Cleveland series, outside of a couple moments, pretty ass. Let's go back to Game 5. Game 5 of the series, which you had a 9-point lead and 3 minutes to go, and you choked it. Would have been nice to win that so you wouldn't have to play Game 7. And you'd still be in the game, and we wouldn't even be making this fucking video. He goes for 37 points. I think it was the highest he had all series. But in the end of the game, when Cleveland was making that run, and even in overtime, Cade took like one shot. One shot, and it went in. Instead, when he'd have the ball, he'd be trying to go for the assist. He'd throw it to a double-covered Duran in the paint for a turnover. He'd throw it to Duncan Robinson out of the bounds. He'd throw it to Dennis Jenkins out of bounds. He'd throw it somewhere else that they were covered. What the fuck are you doing, Cade? Same thing in Game 7. Cade puts up a fucking stinker when we need it most. Had like 14 points, I think. Meanwhile, Cleveland star Donovan Mitchell puts his team on his back like you should have done, and you did in the first round. I can't shit on him too much because he did come off a collapsed lung, and he played fucking great. He's the only reason why we won the first round outside of Tobias Harris. So, can't shit on him too much. But Cade, his turnover problems have been an issue his entire career, and they showed up in big moments. How about the second half when you threw it to 3 Cleveland players? It wasn't even a Detroit player in the fucking vicinity. Would even be not as bad, except fucking Jalen Duran. He literally has the ball, and he throws it out of bounds. There's not anybody even there. Not even a Cleveland player. There's just nobody there. I mean, Game 7 was a fucking embarrassment. Number one, fucking embarrassment to the Detroit Pistons organization for allowing Cleveland to buy so many fucking lower bowl tickets to a home game in Game 7. Why the fuck do you do that? I don't care that Dan Gilbert has his fucking headquarters in the city. I don't care that they would have paid them and you made fucking bank to Ticketmaster. You don't even see that money, by the way. You see fucking Ticketmaster's money. How the fuck do you let that happen? Basically taking away home court advantage. In Game fucking 7. What a joke. Even more of a joke was the Pistons' performance in Game 7. Again, this is why you close out games. So you don't even have to be in this shit. Got absolutely embarrassed the entire night. Cleveland shot the lights out, and what do you respond with? Brick after brick after brick after brick. And then in the second half, when you finally start getting your ass out of your head, The defense starts finally working. What do? 3-point brick, 3-point brick, 3-point brick. Cleveland showed zone. NBA teams cannot show zone, and they showed zone in the goddamn Game 7 of the playoffs, and you made it work. Because you wouldn't stop taking 3-point shots. You went like 6 for 32 or some shit. You just kept chucking them up. Oh, I'm sure this one will go in. Oh, I'm sure this one will go in. Oh, I'm sure this one will go in. And they didn't. And then, once you finally started figuring out how to work it on the offensive side of the ball, you just completely forgot how to work it on the defensive side of the ball. Letting out so many backdoor cuts, alley-oops, you're double tap. I would have said this all fucking playoffs, and the Pistons would have won the goddamn championship if they did two things. They don't take a copious amount of threes, and they play one-on-one defense. Well, part one's already fucked up. Part two. Why the fuck are we double teaming a 3-point shooter in the paint? Game goddamn 7, and we're double teaming fucking Sam Merrill, who only shoots threes, and this is double teaming in the paint. Do you not know by now that every Cleveland player outside of Jared Allen can shoot the three? Oh my God. It was literally the same shit they've done, and they did it in the Magic series. Thankfully, the Magic choked themselves, so it didn't matter. Then Cleveland didn't choke. Fuck off. Fuck off. And there were so many great moments, too. Coming back from down 3-1 against the Magic. Oh, that second half in Game 6 against the Magic. That was fucking awesome. And you couldn't replicate it. It's your fucking division rival, of course. Same shit. Different decade. And you're like, oh, Pistons will evolve. They'll get more shooters. They'll renegotiate some people. They'll come back. I've seen this story before. With the Lions and the Tigers. What did they do? Regress. The Lions' window is closed. The Tigers' window has also closed. Wasn't a very big window to begin with, but it's closed. And I fear that the Pistons' window has already also closed. You do not squander a one-seed appearance in the playoffs. I don't care how young you are. Jalen Duren wants a Supermax contract. Fuck you. You're not getting shit. I hope you walk. Tobias Harris is a free agent. Let's sign him for another couple years. But he'll probably walk because he doesn't stay in the same place very long. Kevin Huerter barely fucking played. You can walk. Bye. And you think, wow, maybe they'll bring some guys in. I don't think they will. Owners are cheap asses. That's why the Lions fell apart. That's why the Tigers fell apart. It's because their owners are cheap asses. The Red Wings would be happy to even make it anywhere close to the playoffs. So we don't even talk about them. So in short, I think they're in a good spot. I hope that they'll come back. They have the potential to do that. Will they? I'm a Detroit fan. I've seen this so many times. Saw it 2 years in a row already with different teams. So my skepticism is there. But again, you don't squander 9-point lead at Game 5 at home. Then you'd be playing the Knicks right now. But no. We get to watch Cleveland get swept by them because Cleveland is going to be fucking ass. And then we get to watch the Thunder win again. Oh, the Thunder. Oh, so great. SGA, flop master of the fucking century. MVP, my black ass. At least I have fucking Mario and Luma amiibo. Keep me company over the summer. Damn, this smells nice. Why is he handcuffed? He's handcuffed. Ah, well, I'll cut that later. Yeah, there's Mario Luma. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Have fun baseball season and NASCAR. And no more playing the song.